Hi, good afternoon. Making dinner here. Trying to multitask, I guess. Just wanted to say thanks for watching some of my videos. It's really fun to find people that are interested in the same things that I am. That's why I started this YouTube channel. This is because I sat for a long time watching the people that I enjoy doing the things that I love to do, or I've always even just wanted to do and didn't have the guts to. You know, I like the cows. Always wanted to raise cows. John and I have always wanted to do that for years and years, okay? 2020 pushed us into that. So, we're like, okay, we're doing it. But I have to say, buying packaged food is hard. Not having the garden that I always have. We always are eating 90% from our garden and then just a little bit of meat. So once we get the garden going, we'll be able to do that again next year. I did plant a big huge garden. I put one in, but it is so hard to keep it watered enough. This land it's been dry farmed for 10 years, I believe, and so it is so dry. And then it's a hot year and it's been windy, so it's just a dry year. So I'm struggling a little bit. So all of you that have your beautiful tomato plants and you're eating yummy, delicious tomatoes, I'm super jealous. Super jealous. I gave like 30 tomato plants to my mom. Well, maybe 20. And then like 5 to each of my sisters. And I thought, oh, for sure I would have tons of tomatoes, but I don't. They're struggling. But I also kind of felt bummed out a little bit and got exhausted, and I don't think I tried as hard as I could have to keep them going. It's hard to keep kids entertained and cooled off when it's super hot and no air conditioner. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of a wuss, I guess. To be off grid, roughing it, it was a little bit harder than I thought it was gonna be. We still don't have water. We still need a well. And I thought for sure that we were going to be close to being in our house by about now. Because we're building a pole style barn. It's kind of, I guess, like a loft house. I guess also like known as a barn dominium. I'm not sure exactly what to call it, but it's gonna be our permanent home. We're gonna have a kitchen in it, but it looks kind of like a barn or a shop kind of a thing. So I'll have to look it up. That's how we've been able to get over here and buy this big huge piece of property. For us, we've always been on like 5/8 acre. And that was, I think, the largest piece of property. Oh, there's a complaint. Piece of property that we've owned. And we always thought, well, we'd love to have animals. We'd love to raise our own, but that's not quite enough property for that. So this just over 9 acres gives us the opportunity to raise cattle. And I would love to get a dairy cow to milk, but I think I'm going to start off with Nubian goats. I am super excited about that. I went and met a lady last week, and I'm going to buy 2 females from her, babies, and I'm going to milk their bottle feed them. She's going to pull them, and I'm going to bottle feed them. And my plan is to make butter and milk and cheese, mozzarella cheese. So I'm excited about that venture. John's out there right now building me a 2 cow shaders and a goat shader. So we're getting some stuff done, but the only thing is our house stuff hasn't shown up. So not super excited about have to stir dinner, so I'm not super excited about not being able to keep my kids home from the public school. They're gonna go to school, I guess, to make friends in our new area. We haven't ever lived here before. So that'll be good for them. I never thought I would be a homeschool mom, but I absolutely loved it last year. I would probably do things a little bit different. All we did was seriously schoolwork, because I followed the state curriculum. I would like to do more like what I want them to do. I'd have to dive into that more, put that together if we face that again. So anyway, so my kids are going to school tomorrow, and that's big changes for me. I'm gonna be home technically by myself for the first time since last summer. I've had 3 little girls with me day in, day out since last summer. So I'm gonna be lonely. What am I gonna do with myself? I have plans to do tons of work, but my brain is gonna be missing my cute little girls. So I'm thinking about like cover crops for this much area. I wish people had some input for me on what they suggest for a good cover crop. Do you do like buckwheat, or do you do clovers for nitrogen? Or I'm just interested in knowing anything you guys are willing to give me, how you would start out your first year in your new farm so that I'm not fighting the weeds and grass. Suggestions on that. So if anybody sees this video and has suggestions on what they did and how it worked for them, or what they would do different, I would so appreciate that. So I would like to do grains. I've got some wheat and jetted barley, and not very much. So this is all things that I've got little bits of, but I did order a 20-pound bag of wheat. And I think I'm gonna make a specific special spot for that grain and see if I can double or triple my crop. So it's an Idaho-based grain, and I ordered it from a company that is non-GMO, and supposedly it tastes really great. So I'm gonna plant it next year, and I'm gonna see if I can double my yield. Try my hand at that. So anyway, I've got some ancient grains, but I only have like packets of those. I'm trying to find some place that sells like 50-pound bags of different kinds of grains. And I would kind of like to reseed the fields out here with some grains for alfalfa or grass and whatever for the cows to eat. But anyway, just sharing some of my thoughts. This is all totally new to us. And you know how you're like, I didn't do anything this year because we don't even have water. So we just been kind of sitting here struggling with even keeping a little garden up and going. So anyway, I just thought today I would say hi and share some thoughts that I'm having and what's going on here while I'm making dinner. Transitioning from a large home or any home that has like 3 front rooms or areas to hang out with your family and moving into this thing, it's a little bit hard, especially when you don't have power and water. So I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna document today how I'm feeling. And one of my people that I follow is Roots and Refuge Farm, and I so enjoy watching her. I so enjoy watching her transition into her new place, and it gives me hope that we can get moved in and that we can get comfortable before the snow arrives here, that our parts for our home will show up and that we can get it built. So I just share everything on here so that I can document what's going on, so I can look back. I guess my family can also find it and see what's going on over here. We haven't seen much of our family because we're so far away now. But just to find community of people. So anybody who wants to comment, wants to message me, I welcome that, because we're just out here all alone. We don't know anybody, and just trying to find people in our area that we can become friends with and link arms with. And especially in this scary time that we're in right now, you just hope that you are in the right place. We feel like we are. We feel like we've been guided to be here. We also feel like we've been led to be able to get our well, because there is actually a really long waiting list, and we have been told we can get it within a couple more weeks possibly, instead of having to wait until spring of next year. So things are falling into place for us. It's just the uncomfortableness of this middle part and all the flies. Oh my gosh. I feel like a cow sitting in a field. I have never had this many flies in my entire life. But when you spend all your time outdoors, the flies assume that if they see you, that they're gonna get food. Oh, it's driving me crazy. So anyway, we're just sharing all the things that's going on in our little world. Looking for other people, possibly, that know what we're going through and want to communicate with us. And right now I'm so used to an overload of tomatoes and an overload of fresh food from my garden, and trying to learn to be patient and wait till next year, till everything's more set, and eat from the grocery store. It's super hard. I don't know how everybody does that on a regular basis. I guess we've been kind of spoiled because we're not used to doing that, but just a season of life that we're going through right now, and that will change. But that's my hope for this place, is that if people in our area or that see this video need help in making healthy food, healthy tinctures, healthy teas, anything that I'm used to making right now. Like right now I am used to going and collecting elderberries and drying them and sharing with my friends and families and neighbors and everything. This is the first year that I haven't had the time to go and do what I normally do. And so next year I plan to just step back into what I normally do, but I'm planting it all here on my property so that I can bring people here to show them how to make tinctures with elderberry flowers for their ears, or dry stuff and make mix things together to make teas and that kind of stuff for their families, and use mullein. And that is the hope for this channel also, is that if people need help with their health kind of stuff. I have raised 4 kids, and my husband and I, we don't often go to the doctor because of the things that I am able to do. And so that is also a hope, that if people need to learn how to cook really good food, or treat their family members or their loved ones, that if they have any questions, they are sure welcome to ask me. Now, I'm not certified in anything, but I love to help people. I zone feet for a living, and I do energy or emotional work for people. So I love to share with people, and I have a love of people, so I guess they're needing help down there. I guess I better go help. Anyway, I'm rambling, but I just wanted to share with you, while I had a moment, the reason why we've moved here. I haven't been that super open about that, and I just want to open the dialogue to anybody who wants to message us or reach out to us and communicate with our channel or us individually. So please contact us, and if you have any questions. But I'll get back